have a look at lineups here. Why don't you take, or do you want me to take GGWP since you did them last game, Zach?
Sure.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game 2 here of this, well, not really, we're in the group stage, looking at GGWP versus NOCAP. And spawning here on the north side of North in the green, GGWP. They are bringing Schlieffen, Ohio. Let's see, have a quick look. I'm betting these are the same. Is this the same?
Same builds.
Same builds we saw last game? Sure seems to be. Des Moines, Henri, and Napoli. We saw that last time, but this time Yoshi in a Plymouth. It's a nice pick. I do like Plymouth. She's very much like a tier 10, like a super Edinburgh.
Happafader approves.
Happafader approves this lineup, ladies and gentlemen. Vampire Deuce, a destroyer we're starting to see creep in here and there, more and more of in the event. Gearing, I'm betting this is a legendary torpedo gearing.
Yep.
Yes, she is. And then Cat's Kleber. Cat playing legendary Kleber. That's interesting.
Wow,
Talk to me.
He wants to get there fast, but also not be spotted.
Indeed.
So.
Talk to me about the NOCAP lineup, Zath. What do we got cooking at the bottom of the map?
So for NOCAP, we've got Battleship-wise, our St. Vincent player is back again in St. Vincent. Now, this time, Strong Soviet bias. Actually, no, that was...
Yeah, Strong was in the St. Vincent last game. They've changed Battleship players.
Yeah, rule set was in the Ohio. So Strong is now choosing a Vermont. Now, Vermont, full tanky build, Vermont, interestingly enough. And then for cruisers, we've got a Manitar.
Oh, yes, yeah, baby.
With Outnumbered, we've got a legendary Des Moines, range spec Stalingrad, and a Des Moines going way off to the flank. That's another legendary Des Moines. For destroyers, we've got a legendary Gearing, so he's got concealment similar to Shimakaze, a gun build Daring in the middle of the map, and heading towards the Charlie Cap is a legendary torpedo spec Gearing.
Zath, have a quick look at Mr. Bean's position. Do you think NOCAP practiced this? They used that Daring smoke, just a couple of puffs, just to get him up to this island right here. Now, he's going to start taking a whole bunch of HE damage. Already the Des Moines hitting him, but if you're Yoshi's Plymouth, you have to be sweating a little bit.
I would absolutely think so. Now, Mr. Bean is a heck of a cruiser player, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him do great things, as Jeebus already gets some thanks for your fire trouble.
Yeah, taking some shells there from both the St. Vincent and the Stalingrad.
Yeah, and then Strong Soviet Bias's Vermont hits Giuseppe's Ohio. It doesn't do too much, but it just taps him on the shoulder early on. I want to comment real quick, when we were talking about builds, that Schlieffen player, I'm surprised that Godoza did not change his build at all. I really don't think going full on secondaries is the answer in a Schlieffen. We saw him get burned down relatively quickly last game.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised at that as well. Although, again, it all depends on how they decide they want to use the ship. It looks here that very much like we saw the Henri Napoli Schlieffen hard push down the 1-2 line. Here, GWP setting up for similar maneuver down the 9-10 line, flanking the C-cap.
Right.
No caps picked up here. 4 minutes gone. Everybody playing well back. Lots of smoke. Lots of obscured vision. A little bit of radar around.
Yeah, there's only one 12-kilometer radar in this game, and he is on Foxtrot 5. That's woof. And now look at his radar coverage. All of B, everything north of B, and almost all of A.
Yeah, he absolutely covers all of B, and you're right. He covers the critical portion of A, which is generally this area up next to the islands over here, because that's where you see a lot of destroyer players try to duck in, and if they need to bail, they'll use the cover of the island to run away.
Yep, and I love Julio Guapo. I was expecting he did use that second smoke to allow Mr. Bean to stay dark, and you can see at this point, he's relatively safe because everybody has now scurried on over to the flank that they've been assigned. Speaking of flanks, look at the 9-10 line.
I gotta say, Zath, I love seeing, we traditionally see Daring smoke used defensively, but seeing a team use it offensively makes me very, very happy because it's something that I just don't think we see enough of, and I absolutely love it. Kleber and Daring, El Guapo now catching each other across the top of the cap. Guapo going ahead and smoking just so he doesn't take any damage.
Might as well. I think it's a safe play there.
Yep.
He's even moving just barely out of the B cap there.
Yeah, just barely out of the cap is now the Gearing Minotaur setting up to kite over here on the 10 line, but this is going to be an extreme challenge for these guys just because there's a lot of firepower pushing down on them.
I'm just curious with the decision of NOCAP to go so strong B, and yet they haven't won either of those caps yet. We're 5 minutes into the game. 1/4 of the game has already passed.
Well, we'll see what happens. Lothair's Des Moines radar going up here at A, catching Destroyer Zeka, putting some good damage into his gearing there on the top end of the A cap.
Perhaps that was the decisive moment that they were waiting for, to try to just get Zeka out, get the Destroyer, whatever it is at A, then they can advance.
Tough guy's going to be able to pick up A. I don't think the Plymouth radar can... Well, he's inside the Plymouth radar range, but the Plymouth radar is offline, so they must have baited it out somewhere.
No, it's available.
Is
According
it?
to mine.
Did I look? Oh, no, there it is. There it goes
used
up.
now. It's being used now.
There it goes up. Yep. I think Yoshi was waiting for his smoke to kick off. Then he's got the radar. He's spotted very briefly there as his smoke catches up to him. No, he's not.
Yeah, definitely.
No, he's not, Zath.
He's out of his smoke.
He's out of his smoke. Now he's finally obscured, but that could have been catastrophic if everybody's guns had been looking in the right place.
Well, yeah. I went looking south, looking for the battleship, and realizing rule set is all the way on the border with that St. Vincent. Vampire Deuce going into the sea cap. Why not?
Well, they don't have any way to prevent it now. Nearest airport's Minotaur pushed way far south.
Look at Julio Guapo's daring.
Yeah. Yeah, I love this. The Julio and Bean playing a very aggressive game here in the middle of the board, but I absolutely love it because, I mean, again, look at the board. NOCAP has, I would say, lock-solid control of the middle of the board. As long as they can hold back this push down the 9-10 line, they have the opportunity to beat up these guys at A, and there's no chance that the opposing team, no chance for GGWP to reinforce them.
Yeah, meanwhile, Mowgli and the Des Moines and Vermont as well, Bias, are being sent to intercept and meet the enemy push from GGWP.
Seems that way.
This is going to be interesting.
Seems that way.
Going to watch Strong Soviet Bias's guns for a few moments here.
They're bringing Guapo's daring over because they rotated Tough Guy's gearing down off the cap to put up more smoke for Lothair. They're putting up a radar now ahead of Guapo's arrival in the cap to make sure that they know where everybody is, and maybe they might have gotten lucky and caught Yoshi out, but they didn't. He's just outside that Stalingrad radar range.
This cap is clear.
Zeka's about to sail into that radar. He doesn't know it's available. There it is. He doesn't know it's up. Now they can spot him. I'm expecting at least one salvo of Des Moines shells. No? Surprising. Des Moines Hydro is up.
Lothair, I think, sees the torpedoes, and he very rightfully so wants to make sure he won't take those torpedoes. Then he can focus on gunning.
Guapo opening fire. That draws out Jeebus's Des Moines radar, but Guapo's not going to be in that radar bubble very long. He's going to duck right out of it here.
Yep. So that makes 2 destroyers now at A, trying to make some sort of decisive play here. Get these Death Nails out of here.
8 minutes gone, and it's only a 40-point lead for NOCAP. Still very much anybody's game. They're putting a tremendous amount of pressure on GGWP over at A cap, but GGWP has not broken yet.
Jeebus just got slapped, and now he is up on radar.
Yeah, I think they've got him on the...
he's just detected.
Oh, the smoke is expiring, Matt. It is. He's got torpedoes coming in as well, but his legendary acceleration ought to let him get out of that, and it does. I think they've
Zeka's in trouble,
they've got Zeka, Zath. Zeka caught out by the Des Moines radar here. Just a handful of shells, and there it is.
St. Vincent says, go away.
That should lock up the A cap here for NOCAP. GGWP doesn't have a way to contest it now.
In the meantime, look at the other side of the board. Another Gearing Minotaur Death Nail all the way at the corner of the map.
We're in J10, Zath. Check it out.
Yeah, Bowser sitting there saying, I don't want any of this.
Bowser's position seems just designed to hold these guys in place, although he's coming out. His Hydro is not up. Is he going to take one on the bow? He is.
He does. He takes one on the bow.
He takes one on the bow, and now he's broadside to the Minotaur AP. I think Bowser's going to go out here. Yeah,
and
for sure.
That will end.
100%.
That will end their push. GGWP's push now. has changed. Look, they're doing the same thing from last game. They're swapping back to defend the other side of the map.
Well, I like this play from Cat, right? Because now that they knew that El Guapo had gone to the A cap, they knew there wasn't anybody in B. You might as well get in there and grab it. I mean, you're down 2 ships. You need to get all the points you can because you're on the verge of losing Giuseppe's Ohio.
Yeah, Mowgli, though, I mean, smart decision-making there, sending him back to cover B cap. Got there just a little too late.
Yeah, unfortunately not quite in time, but still a good play.
And over up at on the A side of things, looks like Giuseppe's Ohio is not long for this world. He's got a heal in 5 seconds.
No, and he's broadside of the Stalingrad, and that seals that deal.
Yeah, Mr. Bean ends that guy.
It's a three ship lead now for NOCAP, even though they're down a cap.
That's right.
Game's half over, but NOCAP just systematically executing ships where needed to. 2 ships gone, 2 kills over here at A, 1 kill down in the extreme bottom corner of the map, and things looking really good for them here halfway through the game.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm already looking to see if there's any other game 3s available because I have a feeling this is going to be a 2-0.
I'm not sure how GGWP comes back from this, Seth. I mean, they have some board control right now, which is good, but I just they're so far down on health. They need a big kill, some kind of surprise dev strike, torpedo salvo. I don't know what exactly, but it feels like they need something spectacular to happen to get them back into this game.
Yeah, absolutely. They need to find a way to break NOCAP's line. Again, look at the mini-map. It's a line. They are doing a fantastic job of drawing that straight line and maintaining it.
El Guapo caught out briefly.
Guys.
Burning another smoke. Yeah, Cat. Oh, Cat's in trouble. Yeah, they're going to get him.
Meow.
Guapo down.
Vincent Shells.
Guapo almost down to his last smoke with 8.5 minutes to play, but I tell you, Zath, the use of that smoke has been brilliant. Guapo's going to go out to Kleber torpedoes, Zath. Check it out.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So a bit of a trade.
Well, they got a trade.
A bit of a trade there. Not a great trade for GWP, but you do pick up your first kill, and the Vermont is now in trouble. Look at strong Soviet bias.
Yeah, but look at the Schlieffen. He just smacked him.
The Schlieffen's getting farmed by the Minotaur. They're putting shells on the Vermont salvo winning on Guay That Godosa's going to go out to torpedoes right here.
Yeah, despite having Hydro on.
Yep, the Vermont's still alive. Torpedoes crawling up his stern, but he's going to be able to find a nice little gap there. Guay now caught under Minotaur radar. Yep, Guay's going out.
There it goes. Vermont goes down too.
Again, they get the Vermont, but that's still if you're at NOCAP, you will take 1v1 trades all day long at this point because there are only 3 surviving GGWP ships.
Yes.
Full send now for NOCAP as Mowgli pushes up the 6th line, headed into the B cap. And the gearing Minotaur pair that's done such stunning work down here in the bottom corner of the map will be on top of C momentarily.
Oh yeah, this pair here single-handedly blunted GGWP's push.
Just about, right? Well, so I think it was twofold, right? One, they were able to discourage continued pushing. They were able to pick up a kill, and I feel like maybe Bowser made a bit of a mistake there, trapping himself where he did. But also, GWP kind of made an audible like they did last game. They called some ships off, right? The Vampire Deuce rolled into the C cap. The Schlieffen turned and rolled into the C cap as well. So they could have continued the push all the way down the 9 line around the bottom of the island, stay down here into like G9 or so, but they didn't. They stopped.
That's right.
They stopped and they left some ship. They left Bowser, for example, in a 2-on-1 that he wasn't able to win.
Right. Now, keep in mind, too, the NOCAPs of Vermont did a fantastic job along with Des Moines Mowgli there of recognizing and rotating. So it wasn't just the 2 of them. It was really the 4 of them working together.
Yes.
But the 2 of them were kiting all the way to the corner. They would not let GGWP play their game.
Yeah. This is not like I'm saying GWP just fumbled the ball and gave the game away. I'm simply saying that they made some audible calls that I think maybe didn't work out for them the way they'd hoped, and that NOCAP's overall strategy worked very well for them.
Right.
All over but the crying here. Technically 5 minutes to play, but the game will be over much quicker than that. We're about 90 seconds on the timer, and that's assuming someone doesn't die.
Right.
Any kills at this point just speed up the clock. Napoli going in,
Right.
guns blazing against nearest Minotaur.
And there goes Jeebus's Des Moines. Yeah. Oh, they know it's over. They're just making it end.
Yep. The SAP secondary is actually getting in some good work on nearest airport's Minnow.
Mm-hmm. Well, he does have the secondary range upgrade.
Nice. I'm glad they still make that one available for cruisers. I just wish there were more cruisers it was effective on.
Yeah, I agree.
Not quite able to punch out the Minotaur. 15 seconds now as Yoshi's Plymouth the last survivor.
That's right. Get myself set up for my death pick.
That's right.
The horns of winning are blowing.
Getting Robocopped, as you would say, Zath.
Oh, yes, I would.
Wow. Solid win there from NOCAP. It's a 2-0 sweep. They're moving on to the winners half of Group 4 here. We'll have to see who they're paired off against here in just a moment.
That's right. Now, there was a game 3 available. Unfortunately, they dropped already. So we're going to have to see what we can find.
Okay. Well, we may have a bit of a break, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah.